Good evening everybody and welcome back to JWE Friday Night Eclipse. Tonight we're here in Kansas City, Nebraska, where we're just a fortnight away from our next big event of the year, the Survivor Series. Tonight the Harmonious Truth try to continue their resurgence in the current tag team format as they take on the Twin Dragons, and Jaren looks to bounce back from his loss against Rex that saw him lose the Nexus Championship belt just a few weeks ago as he challenges 9S. Get ready for a night of high explosive matches, because this is Eclipse. And here we go, starting off our night with a match that if you told me that it would be on paper really close at the start of the year, I would have been so confused, but here we are. Anyway, making his way to the ring first, it is Teddie. And Teddie being shockingly competent this year. Hasn't quite got his hands around the championship belt quite yet, but never count him out. And his opponent, it is your men's Cruiserweight champion, representing the Phantom Thieves of Heart, it is the Phantom Fox himself. It's Yusuke Kitagawa.
Weighing in at 145 pounds, the men's undisputed hybrid cruiserweight champion, the Phantom Fox.
And here we go, both men ready. Referee rings the bell, they meet in the middle, with Yusuke looking for the knee, but Teddie grabbing him, walking him to the northern ropes, and already sending him to the outside. And what is Teddie looking for here? A Hurricane Rana through the referee that Yusuke catches in a nice powerbomb reversal stomp to the thigh. And Yusuke with a tackle into the open palm strikes. And tossing Teddie back inside the ring, not wanting to really mess around this match. He forces Teddie up over the shoulder, sending him down with a spinning elbow. But Teddie kicks out. And a knee to the inside of the arm. Yusuke back up to his feet. And Teddie with a Hurricane Rana armbar that Yusuke immediately rolls out of. Teddie rolling out of the way of the uppercut. Trapping the arm, kneeing the arm again. double foot stomp. Teddie now hyping up the crowd, stomping on the back of the hand. And Teddie with a stump leg puller. Now Yusuke fighting out. Looking for the springboard. Teddie catching him from behind and a backstab. Now Teddie to the outside, heading up top. Staring down Yusuke. And jumping down. Now a wheelbarrow bulldog. Fox to the outside. Teddie looking for the senton. Fox gets out of the way. Ground and pound stomp to the wrist. And Teddie catching that kick on the shoulder, sending Fox down. And a facebuster. Teddie tossing Fox back inside the ring, climbing in after him. Heading up top, actually. Looking for the elbow drop. Yusuke gets out of the way. And now Fox going for the pin. There's one, there's two. Teddie kicks out. And now Teddie lining up a finisher. 180 powerbomb backbreaker. Dragging Yusuke away from the ropes, going for the pin. There's one, there's two, and Teddie making quick work of Yusuke.
Here is your winner, the Bear, Teddie.
And now, if you would have told me at the beginning of the year that towards the end, Teddie would have a match where he faces off against the champion Yusuke Kitagawa and absolutely dominate, I would not believe you. But here we are. Teddie. What the hell? And now for our first tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first, it is Sayaka Mizuno and Kyoko Kirigiri, the Harmonious Truth. From dominating the tag team scene last year to barely being a footnote this year, they've been on a rise past couple of matches, but still far from competing for the belt. Let's see if they can change that tonight. Or at least get closer to changing that tonight. And their opponents. It is Chie Sadanaka and Yukiko Maki, excuse me. They are the Twin Dragons. And here we go, Kyoko Chie, the first in the ring. And referee rings the bell, they meet in the middle. With Chie immediately walking Kyoko over to the corner, up top. Diving arm drag. Forcing Kyoko back up to her feet. Toss to the corner. And again. Chie up top. Corkscrew arm drag. And now going for the quick cover. There's one. Kyoko kicks out. And Chie looking to toss Kyoko into the Twin Dragon's corner again, but this time Kyoko with a reversal into the enziguri and the cover. There's one. Chie kicks out. Still early doors. Not even a minute into this match. Kyoko now with a choke in the corner. Just dangling Chie on the bottom rope. And now snap mirror. Into a running knee. Kyoko tossing Chie into the corner, looking for the kick. Chie stepping out of the way, punishing the thigh. And now tossing Kyoko back into the Twin Dragon's corner. Kyoko elbows out. Yukiko looking for the tag. Gets it. Sayaka's in the ring as well. Now let's see what the partners can do. Sayaka elbows out. Dragon screw takedown. Yukiko rolling to the outside. Sayaka following her. And tossing Yukiko into the corner. Into the corner barricade. There's four. Trapping the arm, stomping the hand. Referee at the count of 6. There's 7. Sayaka walking Yukiko back to the ring. Tossing her, trying to toss her back in. There's 9. Sayaka. Sayaka in the ring just before 10. No idea why she didn't head into the ring immediately, but nearly costing her team. Nearly, but not quite. Sayaka with a double foot stomp. Lever pull arm breaker. And now taking Kyoko back in. Kyoko stomping on the shoulder, forcing Yukiko back up to her feet. Irish whip to the corner. Tagging in Sayaka, looking for the tag team attack. The kick to the stomach. Yukiko catching that. Elbowing the shin. Chie back inside the ring now. Both women looking for the drop kicks. Just jumping right past each other. And now Sayaka with the reversal, tossing Chie into the corner. And now giving Chie a taste of her own medicine. The top rope arm drag. And now rolling Chie onto her back, going for the pin. There's one. Sayaka tossing Chie back into the corner. Chie elbows out. And now both legal partners knocking off their opponent's partners off the apron. Now Chie going for the cover. There's one. Sayaka kicks out. Yukiko back inside the ring. Sayaka crawling to the corner, trying to tag in Kyoko. Can't quite get there. Now Yukiko picking up Sayaka, tossing her back into the corner. And now Chie diving at Sayaka. Forcing her back up to her feet, spinning back heel kick. And the cover. There's one, there's two, there's Kyoko. Sayaka kicks out. Chie tossing Sayaka back into the corner. Turning her around. And again. And again. Just trying to make her opponent dizzy. Just wrapping the arm around the top rope. And Sayaka, having enough, kicks out. Yukiko back inside the ring. Making sure that Kyoko doesn't interfere anymore. And now Sayaka going for the pin. There's one, there's Chie breaking it up. Neither team with an advantage now. And Sayaka just blatantly drop kicking the referee. And Yukiko with a reversal. Elbow to the back of the knee and now tagging her partner back in. Chie with a single leg drop kick. And Sayaka with a hot tag. Kyoko double foot stomp. Kick to the chest. Referee back up to his feet finally. Chie with an arm drag. And now a Hurricane Rana takedown. Chie not going for the pin, instead tagging Yukiko back in. And Kyoko with a foot DDT. Just working on the leg. Drop kicking Chie off the apron. And now Yukiko with an Irish whip, pop up, sending her down with an elbow and the pin. Here comes Sayaka. And now Kyoko elbowing the knee, tagging Sayaka back in. And Sayaka with another arm drag flip. Forcing Yukiko back up to her feet, taking her down. Double foot stomp to the chest again. And a single leg dropkick. Sayaka not going for the pin, instead allowing Yukiko to tag out. Chie with a 180 DDT. And now up over Sayaka with a reversal. And Sayaka with a satellite DDT, or Chie with a satellite DDT, excuse me. Don't know why you don't go for the pin there and then the finisher, but there's the tornado kick. Why don't you go for the pin there? Yukiko's now in. Yukiko forcing Sayaka back up to her feet. Irish whip into the corner. And half-pitch knee raises. Sayaka with a DDT and the suplex and tagging Kyoko back in. Now there's 7. And 8. Yukiko tossing Kyoko back inside the ring, following her in. And now Chie back inside the ring. Double arm breaker. Irish whip, double kick to the chest. And there we go, that's how you go for a pin. Now we have all 4 women in the ring at once. Sayaka breaks it up, advantage dragons. Tornado kick from Chie, here's the pin. There's 1, there's 2, no. Moonsault missed. And Kyoko with a leg breaker. And Kyoko forcing Chie back up to her feet. Up over the shoulder and a snap suplex. Chie looking for a spinning heel kick. Missed. but sends Kyoko into the corner, diving elbow. And importantly, keeping Kyoko in the ring. But Kyoko immediately tags out as soon as I say that. Chie sending Saika down with an elbow. Kyoko outside. Missing the first, Enzigiri hits the second. And now Chie going for the cover. Here comes Kyoko to break it up again. Advantage Dragons, but they just need to keep the partner outside the ring. They need to prevent these tag outs. Yukiko's back in. Stomp to the ankle. Or to the Achilles. And a clothesline. Or a lariat. Saika in one corner, Yukiko in the other, and the referee just getting in the way. And now Yukiko with a drive-by. Tagging Chie back in. And Saika with a neck breaker. Saika tossing Chie in the corner. And now the tag team attack. Just sending Chie down. Kyoko with the cover. Yukiko's gonna break it up immediately. Or no. No, Yukiko stays along the outside, trusting Chie. And now Kyoko wrapping up Chie. There's the breakup. Tagging Saika back in. Knee breaker. Now just do not allow Chie to tag out. That's all you need to do. Okay, that works. That was unnecessary, but that works. And Chie fights out. But Kyoko tossing Chie back into the corner. And another high choke. And now Kyoko in the corner, hyping up the crowd. What is she looking for here? No idea. And now Saika tagged back in. Another tag team attack. Double underhook arm drag. Saika just playing perfect defense. Irish whip. The trip. The balance beam. And a scoop slam. Now just go for the cover. There's one. There's two. There's three.
Here are your winners, Truth and Consequences.
And after 20 grueling minutes, the Harmonious Truth once again getting their arms raised. They might be back for real. They might actually be back. And here we go for our second tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first. They are your newest men's tag team champions. Man, that feels good to say. It is time for the Dark Out.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 266 pounds, the men's undisputed hybrid, the tag team world champions, the Steiner Brothers.
And their opponents? It is Sans and Papyrus,
At a combined weight
the Skelebros.
of 50 pounds, Too Cool.
And here we go. Makoto Sans the first in the ring, as Sans with a jumping DDT. And immediately tags in Papyrus. And now a heel hook from Makoto. Papyrus fights his way out. Papyrus forcing Makoto back up to his feet. Knife edge chops. Spinning heel kick, looking for the punch. Makoto gets out of the way. And now up, over in a suplex. And a leg trap backstabber. Makoto tossing Papyrus for a run. And a twisting neck breaker. Going for the cover. There's one. Stands in the ring. And Makoto tagging in Junpei. And Papyrus with an enzigiri. Forcing Junpei back up to his feet. Toss into the corner. Right hand. And now sending Junpei down. And a crossbody. And a belly-to-belly suplex. Papyrus tagging Sans back in. Sands with a scoop slam in the corner. Up top, watching Junpei crawl and tagging in Makoto. Nice reversal by Sands, but Makoto hitting a suplex and a clothesline to the chest. And a stump leg puller. And now Sands with a stomp to the jaw. Stomp to the wrist. And now a stomp to the upper arm. And now the pin, there's one. Makoto fights out. And now Makoto with a neck breaker toss. And now a snap suplex against Papyrus. Another neck breaker, and again. Referee at the count of 3, and there's a 12-6 elbow from Papyrus. Makoto fights out. There's 5. Papyrus tossing Makoto back inside the ring. There's 6. Papyrus tossing Makoto back into the Skelebros corner. And now tagging in Sands for the tag team attack. Corner Enzigiri, now Sands going for the cover. Here comes Junpei to break it up. And Papyrus back inside the ring. Knee to the back of the head. And now Makoto with a reversal, pulling on the arm. And tagging in Junpei. Junpei with a jumping knee. Tossing Papyrus back into the corner. And the half-hitch knee raises. And now a drive-by. Here's the pin, there's 1, there's 2. Papyrus kicks out. And now over the shoulder, knee to the chest. And a toss into the corner, tagging in Makoto. Looking for the tag team attack of their own. Makoto with a diving spear. And a crossroads into the pin. Sands breaks it up. And now another tag team attack, another diving spear. And Makoto just allowing Papyrus to tag out. And now Sans pulling Makoto down. Trapping the arm, trapping the head. Junpei trying to break it up. And Sans eventually releasing the hold. And Sans just laying out Junpei. Not even the legal partner. He doesn't care. Now tagging Papyrus back in. Papyrus tossing Junpei into the corner. And pushing Makoto away as he tries the crossroads again, and now backstretch. Makoto reverses. And now Makoto just trapping the leg. How is Junpei not being counted in? Now Papyrus again, middle rope, crossbody. Now hyping up the crowd, just stomping on Makoto, preventing him from walking away anymore, crawling away anymore. And forcing Makoto back up to his feet. Toss into the corner, tagging, trying to tag in Sans. Can't quite get there. And now Makoto tagging Junpei in over the shoulder. And an arm breaker. Now Junpei going for the pin. Sans breaks it up. And now Junpei tossing Papyrus into the corner. And just kicking Papyrus down. Middle rope completely missing. Not even noticing that Papyrus left the ring. And now Papyrus with a pedigree. Now Junpei, the fireman with the fireman's carry. And a spinning elbow. Gaining control, tossing, no, Papyrus tossing. Junpei into the corner, Makoto accidentally hitting his own teammate. Now Papyrus pushing Junpei down, going for the cover. Junpei kicks out before the one. And Sans back in. Papyrus with a clothesline, forcing Junpei up to his feet again. Irish whip to the corner. And now pulling Junpei away, spinning turnstile elbow and not going for the pin. You fool. God, the AI in this game are so fucking dumb. Junpei tossing Sans into the corner, sending him headfirst into the turnbuckle, and now just tagging Makoto back in. And now Makoto with a stunner. Into the pin, there's one, there's two, there's Papyrus. Makoto up top, deciding against it. Junpei tossing Sans into the ring. Makoto not noticing, knocking Papyrus off the apron. Makoto, get back inside the ring. Makoto, thank you. And now Makoto with a diving, running elbow, Sans to the outside. Heading back in. And that was spear in the corner. Sans, why do you not go for the pin? Why does nobody know how to fucking go for a pin? Sans, wrong person, you dumbass. There's the knee, there's the pin. There's one, there's two, there's not three. Junpei taking Makoto back in. Sans with a super kick and the cover. There's one, there's two, no three still. And Makoto elbows out. And Makoto with another stunner. And the cover, there's one, there's two, and finally.
Here are your winners, the Steiner Brothers.
And the Dark Hour showing that they can still hang in these longer matches. Yeah, no, they are... I'm not too worried about them not being able to hold on to the belt. Or even if they lose it, they can easily get it back. Like, this is a tight division. And now for our next matchup of the evening. Introducing first, from Paris, France, it is the Queen of Liars, Celestia Ludenberg. And her opponent. It is your Miss Money in the Bank, Maki Harukawa. And here we go, referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle, with Maki immediately forcing Celeste up into a powerbomb. There's one. Celeste gets the shoulder up. Now Maki with a ground and pound. And a spear into some more open palm strikes, and now a cross-face armbar. Celeste fights out. And now Celeste looking for the hold. Cross-face. And Maki very quickly, very easily elbows out. Turning Celeste around, up, and a pendulum knee strike. And Maki again, open palm strikes. Into another armbar, and Celeste again fights out. There's one, Maki kicks out. And Celeste forcing Maki back up to her feet. Irish whip into the corner. And Maki elbows out. Over the back, knee strike. And now over the shoulders. Maki walking Celeste around. And Celeste elbows out. And Celeste again going for the submission. Another arm or a cross-face armbar. And again, Maki just gets out quickly. And now the clotheslines. Celeste walking Maki to the ropes. And a diving, dangling facebuster in the pin. There's two. And now Celeste again, just trapping the arm. This time a triangle arm hold. And Maki again just fights out. Double leg dropkick, Celeste to the outside. And Maki with a diving spear to the outside. Forcing Celeste up to her feet. And over the shoulders. And a face buster. Maki tossing Celeste into the corner, diving. Look for the axe handle punch, missed. And now Celeste. Elbows out. Referee's at 7, referee's at 8. Celeste walking Maki to the ring. And Maki elbows out. There's 9. Harukawa's in the ring, and so is Ludenberg. Arm trip, diving underneath. Underneath again, and an arm drag. And now Celeste just getting rid of one of the turnbuckle paddings. Will she actually use it? Yes! And now Celeste forcing Maki up to her feet. And again, just tossing into the corner, hitting the top of the spine against that exposed steel. And now a dangling hangman. Stomp to the wrist, knee to the spine. And a spear off the apron. Celeste taking Maki down. Again, just really working on the arm. Maki fights out with a kick. There's 4. And now into the steel steps. Referee now at 7, there's 8. Maki just staring down her opponent. There's 9, Celeste back up to her feet. Can she make it in time? No, barely unable.
Here is your winner, the Assassin,
And Celeste putting up a much better fight than I thought she would. But Maki just playing the cards perfectly. Knowing exactly how to control the match, and for most of it, she did. And now for our next matchup. Introducing first. It is Bayonetta.
is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from the other side of darkness, the witch, Bayonetta.
And her opponent, from the underground, it is the undying Undyne. And here go, referee rings the bell, with Bayonetta immediately turning Undyne around. And a suplex. Bayonetta forcing Undyne up, but Undyne with a nice shot to the stomach. Walking Bayonetta down to the southern ropes. Strong left hands, but Bayonetta elbows out. Undyne now sending Bayonetta for a run. And an enziguri. Or not an enziguri, a bicycle kick. And now Undyne up top. Telling Bayonetta, get up to your feet. And a diving crossbody. What is Undyne looking for here? Oh no. Middle rope crossbody. I'm not even gonna talk about that. Nope. I refuse. Kick to the spine. Arm breaker. Now Bayonetta back on the offense. Irish whip into a roll-up. There's one. Undyne now going for the cover. There's one. Now to the outside. Chicken wing suplex. Bayonetta tossing Undyne back inside the ring. And climbing in Undyne now with a clothesline, and again. Bayonetta back up to her feet. Undyne just stalking her. Irish whip. Diving underneath. Jumping over the top. And now the fish hook submission that Bayonetta very quickly gets out of. And Bayonetta with a corner enziguri. Kicks to the chest. Looking for the elbow drop, missed. And now Undyne with a snapmare. Looking for the dropkick. Bayonetta gets out of the way. Now into the corner. Forcing Undyne up. Setting her up for a top rope avalanche witch time neckbreaker. Now Bayonetta looking for a spiral tap. There's one, there's two. Spiral tap all the way from Carolina. Don't know why Carolina specifically. Which one, I'll never know. I meant to say Colorado. But fuck it, Carolina, sure. Undyne dragging Bayonetta away from the ropes. And now just tossing her aside. Looking for the Showtime elbow drop. And now, the fish hook suplex into the cover. There's one, there's two, no three. Bayonetta with an arm drag. And now, just a boxing match between these two. Reversal after reversal. Strike after strike. Undyne recovering quickly. Corner. RKO. And now Undyne in the corner lining up. The spear. And the cover, there's one, there's two, there's three.
Here is your winner, the unrelenting Lorena.
And here we go for our next matchup of the evening. Introducing first, it is the Beast, the hero of the Homs,
Making his way to the ring
Dunban.
from out of this world, weighing in at 180 pounds, the Beast, Dunban.
And his opponent,
And his opponent,
it is the Dragon of Dojima,
at 94 pounds, the Dragon, Kiryu.
Kazuma Kiryu. And here we go, referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle. With Kiryu immediately picking up Dunban. Powerbomb. Now just rolling Dunban around. Heel hook. Into an elbow. And Dunban with the reversal. Pull back knee. And an arm breaker. Kiryu back up to his feet. Catching that knife edge chop. And Kiryu sending Dunban down. And the ground and pound. Kiryu trapping the arm, stomping the hand. And again. Kiryu now heading up top. Diving crossbody. And the cover. There's one. There's two. Dunban kicks out. Dunban tossing Kiryu into the barricade. And now just a heel hook. And Kiryu tossing Dunban back inside the ring, following him in. Now Kiryu in the corner, telling Dunban to bring it on. Dunban back up to his feet. Kiryu turning him around. And now over the shoulder. And going for the pin, not even a 1 count. Both men to the outside again. Dunban tossing Kiryu into the barricade. Referee at the count of 3. Dunban just walking Kiryu around face first into the apron. And Kiryu with a face buster suplex and going for the pin. Referee not even paying attention. There's 1, 2. Dunban kicks out. Irish whip, ducking underneath. Lining up a lariat. Clothesline. And now Kiryu heading up top. Diving crossbody. And now Kiryu lining up. The Tiger Drop, and Dunban turns that around. Irish whip. And Dunban with a suplex. And now Born in a world of strife against the odds who choose to fight. Blossom. Dance. And the pin. There's 1. There's 2. Kiryu kicks out. Dunban with a stomp to the arm. And now heading up middle rope. Looking for the knee drop. Kiryu gets out of the way. Now just tossing Dunban aside. Dunban back up to his feet. Kiryu with an Irish whip, diving underneath. Over the top, looking for a drop kick. Dunban just steps out of the way. And now a scoop slam. Dunban middle rope, double knees, and again. Into the cover, there's one, there's two, no. And Dunban with a Tempest kick. Into the cover, there's one, there's two, still no. Kiryu with a diving clothesline. Over the shoulders. And a lung blower. Kiryu now with a ground and pound. Stomp to the stomach. Stomp to the jaw. Kiryu forcing Dunban back up. Toss to the corner. Setting him up top for an avalanche. And now the avalanche. Small package driver. There's two, and there is three.
Here is your winner,
And now for our penultimate matchup of the evening. Introducing first. It is your former men's Nexus champion,
making his way to the ring,
the ringleader,
Ohio, weighing in
Jaren.
155 pounds, Jaren!
And his opponent,
And his opponent, from the machine age, weighing in at 235 pounds,
It is 9S. And here we go, both men ready? Referee rings the bell. Jaren immediately runs towards 9S, hitting with a clothesline. Stomp to the shoulder, kick to the chest, and immediately going for the cover. There's one, 9S kicks out. Jaren desperately trying to make up for his loss against Rex just a few weeks ago. As 9S turns that around with an elbow, Jaren with a reversal. Walk him to the southern ropes. Tossing him aside and an enziguri. And 9S with a reversal. Irish whip. Back body drop. And now a shot to the neck. Now stomp to the face, and again. And now 9S with a knee to the back of the head. Jaren rolling to the outside, trying to get away from the constant offense. 9S not giving him any room with that crossbody and tossing Jaren back inside the ring. 9S just controlling this match, going for the cover. There's one. Looking for the knee. Jaren gets out of the way. Nines forcing Jaren up to his feet. Locking in a hammerlock armbar. Trying to make the former champion tap. And 9S just releases the hold. Jaren tossing 9S into the corner. Looking for a crossbody, just 9S gets out of the way, sending Jaren into the ring post. And 9S with a recoil. Into the cover, there's one, there's two, there's three. I wonder how much of that is Jaren being winded after, hitting himself on the ring post. Not sure. But 9S, opportunistic as always. Not too shabby of a match. And now for our main event of the evening. Introducing first.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing the iconic duo from Japan, Mean Two.
It is Hatsune Miku. And her opponent, representing C's, it is Yukari Takeba. Here go both women ready. Referee rings the bell to meet in the middle, with Yukari immediately grabbing Miku, walking her to the western ropes. And sends her down with a kick to the spine now. And now double stomps to the knees. Yukari with a springboard enziguri. And going for the pin. There's one. Miku kicks out. Miku back up to her feet. Looking for a crossbody, missing. And now Yukari sending her for an Irish whip. Pop up kick to the chest, kick to the back of the neck. Now Yukari wrist clutch, knees. And forcing Miku back up to her feet. Yukari turning her around. Over the shoulders. And an elbow to the back of the neck again and going for a pin. There's one. Yukari again, kick to the spine. Miku back up to her feet. But Yukari not giving her any room. There's an Irish whip, diving underneath, and an uppercut to the stomach. But Miku fights out. Springboard double leg Pele kick. And a scoop slam. And a jumping facebuster now. Head scissor elbows. And Miku with a scoop slam, kick to the side, or kick to the spine. And now Yukari with a bulldog kick to the shoulder. And the stomps to the chest. Miku with an arm drag. Yukari back up to her feet. Now Miku with an Irish whip. Diving underneath. Jumping over. And a sling blade. Into the cover. There's one. There's two. Yukari kicks out. And now Miku with a jumping facebuster. Kick to the spine. Yukari trying to get back up to her feet. Miku, the downward punch, and now just elbowing out, trying to get as much control of this match as possible. Yukari's showing her how to do a springboard. And now the short shoot kicks. And Yukari dragging Miku away from the ropes. And now arm trap, crossface, arm triangle, trying to make Miku tap, but releases the hold. And now Yukari stomp to the face. Lining up a soccer ball kick, Miku gets out of the way. Wheelbarrow arm drag. Miku with a corner choke. Knees to the chest. And now top rope moonsault. Miku in the corner, heading up top. Trying to put this one away. Turning around. Corkscrew moonsault missed. And now Yukari with a lariat. Yukari tossing Miku back into the ring. Climbing in after her, heading up top. Diving foot stomp. Or diving double stomp, excuse me. And now Yukari lining up. The shoulder toss into an armbar. But a rope break. And now Miku with a head scissor toss. Yukari back up to her feet. And now Miku with a looking for a pedigree, but instead turns it into a pendulum backbreaker. Kick to the spine, forcing Yukari up to her feet. Low altitude roundhouse kick. Yukari to the outside. Miku lining up. And a corkscrew senton. Yukari tossing Miku back into the ring. There's 3, Yukari's back in. Miku just staring her down, allowing Yukari to hit the Irish whip into the uppercut, sends her down, going for the cover. There's 1, there's 2, still no 3. Yukari forcing Miku up, powerbomb, knee to the jaw, springboard moonsault into the cover again. There's 1, there's 2, still Miku kicks out. Yukari tossing Hatsune Miku for another Irish whip, this time a clothesline. 3rd time lucky. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. And as we watch Yukari celebrate, I think I see 2 figures appearing on stage. And here comes Mitsuru Kirijo and Kasumi Yoshizawa. Miku and Yukari looking at their look at the 2 War Games captains. Mitsuru Kirijo bringing in Yukari Takeba and Kasumi Yoshizawa, Hatsune Miku, and the 2 women who just fought in the ring will now be facing off against each other again, opposite corners of the ring at War Games. Again, Yukari Takeba being part of Team Kirijo, and Hatsune Miku being part of Team Yoshizawa. And with that, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight, and hope to see you on Monday for Eclipse, and of course on Friday, on Monday for Jaren, and on Friday for Eclipse, as we set up our next PLE of the year, War Games at the Survivor Series. But until then, we are signing out from Kansas City, Nebraska. See ya.